So let's talk a little bit about this. Vault of the Incarnates, nerfs to Mythics. I think somebody linked this in chat. Yeah, they're nerfing Mythic. I'm sure some heroic nerfs are going to come down eventually, but I think these only apply to Mythic right now. You got an increase in rage timer to 10 minutes on Mythic difficulty, was 9. Decrease of 15% health to all of these enemies, you know, all of the trash. There's a lot of trash in that fight. These are for Kurog. And then for Broodkeeper, fix some issues. Raszageth. Flame Swarm Herald Flame Shield absorbs 55% of its health rather than 70. The cooldown of Zealot's Shattering Shroud has been increased. Players that are immune to the effects of Hurricane Wing are also immune to the effects of Hurricane Winds. That's fine. And fixed an issue where Discipline Priest's Atonement was incorrectly being affected by both damage increase and healing increase from the Focus Charge buff. There you go. Not much in the way of nerfs for Heroic at this point, but Mythic did get, I think that they're progressing now in the Race to World First on it, so you're going to see some nerfs coming in for that stuff. We should watch Echo do one attempt. We're going to watch a new boss guide. Signs of Kalani posted one, and I think he usually does good ones, so we're going to check that one out real quick. Massive nerfs to Mythic Plus as well. Blizzard released a blue post. Season 1 is off to a roaring start, and we've been playing lots of dungeons and gotten lots of great feedback from players during the first week of Mythic Plus and Dragonflight. While we want to be careful not to change too much, as players are still figuring out the new dungeons, we've identified some areas where we'd like to act on feedback sooner than later. The following Mythic Plus dungeon tuning adjustments will go live at today's weekly maintenance. So after today, these will go live. And his voice gives me the shits. Who? Oh, Kalani? Yeah. I thought you were talking about me for a second. I was like, damn, my voice has a laxative effect. The Algathar Academy is getting nerfed. This one needed it. I hate the Azure Vaults. I really do. Let me fast forward this. I can't do this right now. The Azure Vaults is shit. I was in there for about 45 minutes yesterday doing this Mythic Plus. I've had problems every time I've gone in this place. It feels like a very long dungeon. It just does. As compared to the Algathar Academy, which I love. I think it's a very good, quick dungeon. This one just feels like it takes hours. And all the movement between levels and shit, whatever it is. The parties in there, all the trash in there was killing us. So Conjured Lasher health reduced by 20%. Arcane Tenders infused ground damage reduced by 33%. Good. A lot of damage reductions and shit from these trash pulls, which were absolutely horrible. I hated the Azura Vaults. Court of Stars getting a nerf. Halls of Valor, the Noku Defensive, Ruby Life Pools, Temple of the Jade Serpent. All of them getting nerfs across the board. None of these were buffs. These are all nerfs across the board for Mythic Plus. So if you did Mythic Plus this week, it's going to be easier next week. Not just because you got more gear, but because they got nerfed. So that's great to see. Great to see. Okay, let's get into some fun stuff here. We're almost done with the news, but let's talk Trading Post. Because the Trading Post rewards for the first part of the Trading Post, the first time we're going to see Trading Post, the first month, these are the rewards. And this shit looks great. Again, we mentioned it already. The Celestial Steed will be there for 900 Trading Tender. Now, I already have this. I used my mom's credit card back when I was like 15 years old to buy the Celestial Steed. It was the first cool mount I ever had in the game. Yes, I made my mom pay for it. And I still have it. And I still love it. I'm very nostalgic for it. And guess what? I'm not upset they put it on the Trading Post. I'm happy, man. It's a great mount. It deserves more love, and I'm glad some people are going to be able to get it in the game. Yeah, it's got one of the coolest animations where the stars shoot out from it. I think it's a great mount, and I'm glad to see Blizzard bringing some of these store mounts into the game, that you can get it. We already pay a sub. Might as well make these things available in game, so that's nice to see. The other purple item here, the Fury of the Fire Lord. It's a cosmetic. Forged in the still burning embers of Pyroth, this flail serves as a reminder of the Fire Lord's smoldering victory. Very cool. What is this? Garrock's Veins, a Trading Post item. This is interesting. Okay, so you got these. You got the mount. The rest of these things are level 1 cosmetics. So these are all transmog items. And we're going to talk a little bit about transmog because they are taking transmog to a whole new fucking level. We saw some of the transmog yesterday. We saw the the what's it called? Chainmail Bra. Fantastic stuff. Can't wait to see that in game. All of these things are transmog, and then we got the iridescent war cloak, a great thing as well. Everything is better in pink, yes. So the trading post, I mean, this is the UI for it. It looks great. I can't wait to see more from this stuff. But let's talk a little bit about the transmog, because transmog, the transmoggers are going to be shooting in their pants for the coming months, because Blizzard has really taken transmog to a whole new level.
Have you ever wanted to reach Gladiator and want PP? Maybe complete a Mythic raid? Or actually attempt to collect all the things in World of Warcraft, you absolute madman? Well, when it comes to taking on big goals, we need energy levels that match the mission. Neurogum Energy and Focus is specially formulated with natural caffeine, L-theanine, and B vitamins to sustain the mental endurance necessary to stay focused on your goals. And if you're trying to actually collect everything in World of Warcraft, I would suggest the bulk bag. Head to the link below, which will take you to getneuro.com, and use the code SAM10 at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Special thanks to Neurogum for sponsoring this video.
Check out some of this stuff. This stuff was just Datamined. Look at this hood. Tell me this is not a I'm a mage walking through Elwyn Forest. I want to remain undercover because the world knows my face. Currently, I'm just wrapping up in a hood and walking through, right? Like, this is the kind of hood that a mage would wear, where somebody tries to fuck with his drink in the bar, and he looks up at him, and he's like, you don't want to fuck with me. I'm a heroic raider. I will fucking blow this place up right now. And then they fuck with him again, and he pulls the hood down and just blasts him away. And then everyone realizes, holy shit, this guy is transmogged into this shit, but he's actually wearing tier gear. That's the kind of stuff that I imagine when I see this stuff. I think the roleplay that you can do in this kind of stuff, again, look at all the colors. I love the neck, around the neck, how thick it is. This looks good. I think this is great. Another thing, something that we've never seen in game yet, a scarf. Yes, there is going to be a transmoggable scarf. So if you've always wanted to keep your tune a little bit more warm, right? You're going to Northrend, you want to put on a scarf? There you go. Finally, in game, we get a scarf. So you can go helmetless with a scarf. This is pretty cool. Sam needs the chainmail bra for the edgelord. Yes, true. So if you've always wanted to put on a scarf, another transmog here that's available now will be the scarf. This is very cool. I love to see this kind of stuff put into the game because, again, it just makes more, you know, we saw evokers get a lot of love when it came to customization. But humans and everybody else in the game are still lacking. So what's the best way to customize your tune? In all honesty, it's transmog. Transmog is the greatest form of expression in WoW, and I think this kind of stuff just adds to it and makes it that much better. We also saw this. Check this one out, guys. The Bloodsail Buccaneer Transmog. Look at these pants. Look at the detail on these pants. This is just like some random transmog item. Look at how great this looks. You can finally be the pirate you've always wanted to be. Yo ho ho. Look at this shit. This looks great. So if you've always just wanted to RP as a guy who's sailing the seas, you know, running around as a pirate, Bloodsail Buck, get your cruel barbed swords out, right? And just transmog yourself as a badass pirate, the rogues are going to love this shit. Yeah, it's a pirate's life for me, exactly. I think this looks great. The colorways look great, and the detail on the pant, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Again, if the trading post has brought anything, it has brought some really good fucking transmog. Really good transmog. And I'm excited to see this stuff in game. I'm excited to see what people do. Because again, if you've ever wanted to live out your life as just another member of Azeroth, just an NPC walking around, you're going to get to do that shit. This stuff looks really good. The last piece of news here that we saw was some Legion, Dungeon, and Raid armor coming back as recolors. Nobody really knows what these are for yet. Many of these pieces also made a comeback in early quest rewards for Azerite armor and BFA. We're going to see some of this stuff come back. So we saw some of the cloth sets here, as well as here is the leather. Interesting stuff. These are all recolors of Legion sets that we're seeing. The mail set here. This is this looks like a sex dungeon transmog. I'm not gonna lie. This one's interesting. That one's interesting. And then we see the plate set here. Again, transmog recolors and stuff. Not sure where we're going to get this from yet or why it's in the game, but this has been data mined. This stuff is in the game, and we'll probably be seeing it as some type of reward coming down the line for something. We'll see. I just want to take my pants off, to be honest. Yeah, not sure if that transmog's available yet in game. But there you go. That is all the WoW news.